Hi guys, Camoculture Bushcraft here. Basically I just want to do a quick disclaimer video because foraging can be very hard to do and it is very easy to mistake plants. So I have a word of advice for you, which is if you are going to eat and try these new wild foods, make sure you have at least a basic understanding of like how to forage and how much to put into your body, because some plants are in fact edible, but you can only eat certain quantities of them, or some have stuff like oxalic acids in, which if you eat too much of it can actually poison you or give you kidney stones. So you've got to be careful because they're like crystalline structures within the plant's leaves. But a lot of them you can kind of remedy and get around, such as with docks and so forth. They have oxalic acids in, so what you do to combat that is actually blanch them. So the boiling process can, in fact, stabilise the enzymes and make them safer to eat. But yeah, it's always advised to take a foraging book out with you, get a notepad, pen. If you can't take a picture, draw it to the best of your ability. But I would advise taking pictures of anything that you eat or you're going to eat, just in case. And especially with mushrooms, because if you do poison yourself, there's a good chance you could be saved if they knew what it was. So it helps to keep one sample back at least of what you have eaten. And another sort of technique for foraging is to make sure you use all your senses. If something tastes like absolute shit, it's probably poisonous, but that's not always the case, because you have to adapt your palate to the natural taste, and a lot of them are quite bitter because we're obviously so used to sweet foods. There's sugar in absolutely everything, so it might take a while for you to adjust to that. But yeah, so do a taste test first and see how it affects you. So nibble on a little bit of the substance. If you've never consumed it before, that is, or you're unsure, nibble on it, swallow, see how it tastes first in your mouth, if your mouth goes numb, or if if there's any direct side effects that can occur straight away, that is probably a sign that you shouldn't eat it. So, and also smells, it's highly advised never to eat anything with almonds in it, because I believe that is an indicator that it's a wild form of cyanide. But yeah, I'll get back to you on that. But I know for sure you got to stay away from the almond smell if ever you smell it. So really use your senses, touch and feel the plants, get to know them, and every time you go out, just observe and interact with your surroundings, and you'll eventually start growing a better understanding of the world around you, because we might be able to identify thousands of logos around the world, so we can identify thousands of plants. I'm not saying that you should or you have to, but it really helps you bond and have an intimate relationship with the natural world around you. And I think that is very important in this day and age, because all this knowledge has been forgotten, and seeing this wonderful world around us and all the plants in it and their uses will just all be forgotten, and it's an awful shame, because they all have functions and they all have a part to play, and none of us understand that anymore. So I think that foraging, or like, you don't even have to forage or eat it, but just like getting a basic understanding really helps. And having a basic understanding of how nature interacts with itself helps you with your foraging skills. And yeah, it will benefit you and the people around you, because you'll be able to pass on a great deal of knowledge, and that's what I'm hoping to pass to you. I know I'm only young and I might be lacking in certain fields of knowledge, but this is my understanding and how I do things. It might not be right, it might be very wrong, but it's the best of my abilities. And you know, I'm tired of just sort of standing around and not passing it on. I feel like that's why I want to make this video log and why I find it so important, because it'll be archived, and there might be something I know that someone else might not. And if I am wrong about something, then tell me. You know, I don't want to be mistaking things either, as much as you don't want me to. So I'm constantly learning and shaping my mind to suit the environment around me. And yeah, I just kind of want to take you on this journey with me, and I hope that you enjoy it. But yeah, that's all I've got to say really. Just be careful out there, okay? Be very careful. But also don't be scared to try new things, because you end up in fantastic places like this. And you end up with a very deep understanding of it. Because you might just see a green field, but I see an internet of information here that I want to understand in more depth, and I'm hoping that I can help you lot understand it too. So that is my aim, and yeah, that's all I've got to say. Thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful day. Camoculture Bushcraft. Peace out.